Welcome to another review by Red Rock Trail. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Coolpix Nikon S6300, which is featured here. I've gone ahead and unboxed it. I'll save you the labor of going through all the paperwork and instead show you what really just came in the box. Outside of the camera, obviously, and the instruction manual, and just the View NX2 CD for Windows and Mac in terms of manipulating and managing photos. It did come with the RCA jacks as well, so that you can feed this into your flat screen TV. And among other things, I did want to show you some of the features of the camera specifically. It is a 10x optical zoom. Obviously there's plenty of digital zoom beyond that, but it does feature a 10x optical, and it shoots a variety of different frame rates digitally, and I'll show you some of those unique options here in just a minute. It is a 16 megapixel camera. It does have a small flash, as you can see, something I'm not super impressed with, as that flash isn't going to push very far in light of just its sheer size. So start with the bottom of the camera here. There's obviously a tripod mount and kind of a little bit of a gamey but workable little slot. Let's see if I can open it with one hand here. This is where the charging comes in. They have a little, of course, a little port here. That's really where the charging comes in, and a cable that is not here. I've actually got it plugged in the wall, so I won't show it to you, but you're able to plug this and charge this camera via USB or right from just the AC power. In terms of the battery, let's see if we can get some lighting in here maybe for you. Oh, there we are. If you'll look, there's of course a lithium-ion battery, and I've got the media card in there. I went ahead and put in a 16 gigabyte class 10 card. Obviously class 10 writes at about 30 megabytes a second, and that cost me about $15 from Walmart. Additionally, there is a large, I'll go ahead and turn it on here, a large display here on the back with fingerprints, as you can tell, and this has I've got it set, as you can tell, on something that I prefer. I mean, it shoots at 1080p in terms of the digital video, and I've got it set a little bit smaller at 720p, and instead of doing 1080p on the resolution and 30 frames a second, I've got it at 720p on 60 frames. So the frames are going to be a little bit smaller, but still plenty dense and very, very crisp at 60 frames. It does look like it says I've got the 16 megabyte setting on there in terms of the density of the photos, and I can take about 3,000 of those on here. So I'm going to take you through the menus here in just a moment, but as you can tell, here's what the lens looks like out. And it's just been a handy camera so far. So let's get into to some of the menus, and I'll walk you through it. Alright, it's pretty simple in the navigation. As you can tell, there's just a few buttons here. There is the camera button and the play button. This button here on the red in the top is for turning on the video recorder feature. Obviously it has a timer setting, forced flash, and a macro setting, menu to go into the options, which I'll show you in a minute, and then an exposure compensation, as well as a trash button. So pretty simple. On top, obviously, there's just the power on and off. It's blinking, just letting me know that the power is in fact on, and just this toggle switch here that zooms in and out on the pictures. Alright, to get into the menu, I've just gone ahead and hit the menu button right here in the bottom right hand corner of the camera, and it does have several options here. Alright, let me go ahead and walk you through the different options on the menu. If you go here to image mode, you have multiple options here in terms of what you can do. This is obviously the most dense level. I think that's a little bit overkill, so I've got it here. I mean, and realistically, I could shoot here at 8 megapixels and probably be fine. I don't typically print anything over 8 by 10, and obviously they have a variety of other different settings, so I'll keep it here at the 16 megapixel limit. They've obviously got the white balance, which I won't go into, the ISO sensitivity, which you can change based on just your lighting, and just the focus area. So that's those are those pieces in terms of what you can manipulate with each image. I'll go back out and then down, and then oops, let's see here, let me go into this. Movie options, this is what I really like. If you'll look here, there's 1080p at 30 frames, another 1080p here as well. Let me see if I can zoom in here even a little bit closer at 30, and it's not quite as crisp. 720 at 30, which is okay. They do have an iframe as well, which I could use, and I just haven't chosen to. But I really like the 720 at 60 frames, as that's plenty of screen and very dense footage. Obviously they have some other options here that I won't go into, but and then down here with the tools, they've got a film strip on, the iFi upload, some other things that I'm not going to go into just in terms of options, but pretty simple, I think, all in all. So as you can tell, I mean, the camera is a solid camera. I think I paid $120 for it, shipped to my door. Right now you can get it, I got it on a deal, but you can get it for about $140. And for what you're getting, I mean, if your subject's within 10 to 20 feet of you or infinitely far away, it's going to be fine for the kind of camera use. One of the reasons I like that is at that price, at $140, you know, I could back over it in my truck and not have a nervous breakdown in light of just the cost. So great camera. Hope this review's been helpful. It has been a little bit lengthy. I did want to show you the menus and kind of give you a sense of what it has to offer.